be sitting here with our Chrysler 300C. And what else is... Oh, hello, we have 3 viewers right now. How's it going? What other replica should I do? Let's see, what could we do? What could we do? We could do a Corvette now that we have this Corvette body. Oh, this is a convertible. This one. Yeah, I think we're gonna do a Corvette. The C7. Basically, other than this, I don't think we need to change very much. The new Corvette has an aluminum monocoque, as far as I'm aware. Then, or at least aluminum is the closest looking, and if it's got some sort of combined, some sort of, you know, combination of different materials, there's definitely aluminum in there. The wishbones are front, probably. I don't think they are still using leaf springs, even though they were with the C6. I think they've moved on. I think they moved on, and if they have, if they did, they're probably using the wishbones now or multi-link. Let's actually go with multi-link. As always, feel free to correct me if you feel like I'm wrong. There's also a helicopter passing by, which is not a helicopter but rather an airplane. Polymer panels is the closest we can get to the real Corvette's materials. Let's see how far, like how much we are supposed to change as far as morphing goes. And we're going to go Corvette C7. We do not need to change all that much, actually. This should pretty much be it. Maybe something like this, yeah, but other than that, and I think flare the rear wheel arches a little bit, because I do think it has wider tires than 295s, even the base version, which is the one we're gonna do here, by the way. So let's move on to the fixture section. We will be, excuse me, I'd like this without the little bars inside. Do we have one such grab? I know that somebody made it. What's this? No, this is not it. And where is it? Where's the Corvette grill? Did anybody see it? Is this it? No, can't be it. Wait, let me just see if I can get a close picture of the front grille. That is not it. That is it. Okay, so basically we have just one of, where's that now? One of these grills. Okay. let me put a lip down first before we get deeper into this. And I know that this lip is not, you know, accurately the one that you find on the Corvette, but we don't have any other ones, so what am I gonna do? And then we're gonna manipulate the shape of this, of the edges of this grill, so that it looks a little bit more like on a real Corvette. And how do we do this? Well, we have three attempts to guess, but I'm gonna show you anyway. More like this. And then we're gonna put some chrome in here. Actually, we're gonna do something else. We're gonna use a grill fixture. We're gonna use this fixture. Or maybe, you know what? Do we have a completely chrome version of that? No, we don't. And we're gonna drag this, make it longer, put this like in here. So that is, there goes that. And now we're gonna make the headlights. The headlights for the C7 Corvette are gonna be a little bit tricky, because I don't think I can put light fixtures like all the way up here, and therefore we're gonna have to improvise a little bit. And we're gonna start with building the basic architecture of them, just like we did on the taillights of the Chrysler. And wait, this goes more like here, a little bit longer. Then that goes at an angle like this. Maybe I can put light fixtures on there, but not these things. I think that's what the problem was. Which one is longer? Well, it makes a little bit of a curve up there. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do something like this. Please let me move it instead of drag it. Thank you. Do something like this. Go to the headlight section again. And then do something like that. That is about the curve that we need, I think. Like this outside curve. No, it's much steeper. It's more like that. Which means the whole headlights are going to be, you know, more like this. And then we're gonna put some headlights in here, some actual rectangular headlights that will cover the remainder basically. And we're gonna make them parallel to this thing, to this fixture. Alrighty, now we can change this, make it a little bit thicker. And clone this, make that a little bit thicker as well, so we can cover the bottom side of that headlight. Something that's still disturbing is this part right here of the oval headlight. So we're gonna probably need to change the size of this thing. How do we do this properly? Like this. This is not the way it's supposed to look. So what we're gonna do instead is reduce this size even further. I'm gonna make this a little bit longer so that this doesn't. Yeah, more like this. I think we're pretty much good to go as far as the basic shape goes. No, they're wider. The headlights are wider, which means we're gonna put this further outside, like here. Gonna make this a little bit less steep, a little bit flatter. Rotate this, or actually move it at first. I'm gonna rotate it. And then move that thing. And then move this accordingly. These headlights are all, like this kind of headlights that the Corvette has are also very similar to the ones that the Ferrari F12 and the Viper have. So you know, you can also use this exact same technique for if you're doing a Viper or a Ferrari F12 replica. There's no problem with that. And also the Lotus Exige S has this kind of light array. The Jaguar F-Type, like lots of modern sports cars have this kind of headlight shape. However, what we're gonna do here in the Corvette, which not every other car has, is these white, well, LED stripes is what they are in the real car. On here it's indicators, but it doesn't really matter all too much. These go about like this. And then we have a couple of LEDs on this side, which we are going to make by using something like this. Making some of these. Also, we created a hole on this side of the headlights. But if you don't look at it from zoomed in like we are right now, it probably won't be apparent. So we have some LEDs on there, and the white stripes, the white stripes is what we have. And also there's a single light bulb in here. Oh wait, need to place this somewhere else. like in there. Okay, good. What kind of badge do we put on this? There is actually, yeah, this one is actually not too far off from the real Corvette badge. This gets a little bit buggy if we upscale it quite a lot. This look now, the way it is now, it looks more like a Maserati badge. That's fine too. Maserati is not a bad badge. As far as hood scoops go, I think we're gonna use this one. That's closest, I would say, to the real one. And then we also have some indicators running down this part of the fender. That's like a trademark of the new generation Corvette. I don't know if the C6 had that as well. I never really paid that much attention to this part of the car on the previous Corvette, but on this one it's something I've always noticed ever since I first saw it. So let's do this. Clone that. And move them accordingly so we can have this kind of indicator arrangement. Yeah, okay, that looks decent. That looks close enough to me. And on the side we have a couple of vents actually. How do we do this? I think how we do this is by taking one of these, rotating it, what kind of angle? Also need to go more like here, more like an angle like this. Wait, what? A little bit wider maybe, and a little bit longer. And then we put some. Actually, the angle is not that crazy. It's more like this. Then we put some black stripes in there. Some plastic stripes, something like this. He has two in there, so we're gonna place them carefully. And now this whole shenanigan starts to happen again. Okay, how do we do this? Anybody watching? Not right now. And we're gonna put a second one of these. Yeah, thank you. We're gonna put a second one of these black stripes on there. Wait, this is chrome. We wanted that. Like that. The door handles. How are the door handles? It doesn't have traditional door handles, okay, actually. So, you know, they probably open electrically, and as a result, we're gonna leave them. It has some sort of vent, like right here. These too big? Are these too big? Are they? No, I don't think so. Actually, they go further up front. They go pretty much along with the rear window, which is why they need to be smaller. Okay. Yeah, pretty much like that. And then we have small spoiler on the rear. Now I will probably do this by using a lip. Yep, this seems like the best way to do it. However, what is annoying is that the back is kind of rounded and the spoiler is like following it, so we're probably gonna do it more like this. Otherwise we would have to drag it across the body, but much further forwards, because otherwise it would get kind of buggy, because the rear end is not straight. So let me get a picture of the rear end of the car, like right here. Okay. So we have quad exhausts. We have quad exhausts, which means we are going to put these in the middle. And we have a little bit of a quote-unquote casing for it, which is probably going to be a grill like this, maybe. Yeah, this seems pretty close to it, actually. Not quite. We could try something else as well. We could try one of these. Try one of these, which actually seems like the better idea now that I look at it. Yeah, okay. Let's do this then. And then we have some red braking lights, pretty much here somewhere, like that. Pretty long actually. And then we have some vents that go down on this side, a little bit wider, like this. Do they go down all the way? They do. They're actually not touching the braking lights, which means they need to be a little bit shorter. And these need to be a little bit... oh, not that long. A little bit thinner. Maybe a little bit further here. Okay. Then we're gonna have the number plate holder, which is again gonna be, well, pretty much. Wait, where's the regular one? The non-mod version of it. There we go. Gonna be pretty much this. That is gonna be the number plate holder. Aha, so I see what they did there. They this is as long as the underside of this. So the exhausts need to be... actually I'm gonna use 4 single exhausts instead of 2 double ones. these, and they go here. A little bit more in line with the other ones, please. There we go. So that is the, like, basically everything about the Corvette's rear end except for the taillights and the badge. Okay, but the taillights, they are a little bit tricky to do. I think I'm gonna try it anyway. What I need is some kind of orientation point, like, as to when it comes to how big they are. Let's see. And okay, so they start where this ends, basically at the same horizontal position. Okay, so which is where I'm gonna start? Actually, no. How do I start on these taillights? I know I can do them, but starting is just. Actually, I think I'm gonna start with the vents that will give me the basic shape, which is probably these ones. Pretty much, at least. They go further up and at less of an angle a little bit, more like that. They're a little bit taller. And then also we have another, excuse me, more like this. And then they have another one like, well, this is going to be way smaller, obviously. One like this. Actually, you know what we can do? We can just create this kind of shape for ourselves if we want to. If we, yeah, this is going to be quite a tough one though, because we have no points for orientation on this rear end. So let's try. Let's try just putting one of these right here. Is this how long they are? They're a little bit longer. Okay. Go about here. Then we're gonna, actually, where's the second one? Oh, thank you. We're gonna put one of these at an angle so that we can do the kind of, you know, the other side of the taillights. Of the vents. Actually, they're not that tall. And this will go all the way up here, all the way over here. Then we're gonna worry about making a curve, which is always a little bit difficult if you only have straight bits. And then this goes up here. this goes further down, I would suggest. Then clone these ones. Make this particular one a lot thinner. Get that over there. This one needs to be a little bit thinner as well. And what else we need? Okay, so just gonna close this one quickly and make a very short one that goes a little bit upwards like this. This a little bit shorter. No, don't rotate it differently. Okay, and now we're gonna connect these two. And now I'm gonna clone this. Obviously, like reduce the size a little bit. And then make it wider. And make it so it fits in here. And then we cut the parts that we don't want off. And then we're gonna be sitting pretty as far as the events go. Okay. Please clone this instead. Thank you. I want to stay here. This is gonna be annoying. Okay, you know what? Let's do this. Let's do this first. And then just make a big one. Make a big one like this, and put that down like here. And then make one of these. And clone this. And we should be, excuse me. We should be fine pretty soon. Not quite yet, but soon. As soon as we do this, we should be fine. Oh, actually, we need to move this much further here, and then we also need to also need to clone this. I said clone, please. Clone this thing and move it over here. Okay. Now we have the basic infrastructure for the Corvette taillights. What we need now is the smaller structure in there, for which, you know, this is gonna take a little while, so sit back, relax, and just do whatever you want, basically, in the chat. We are going to make going to start off like this, make some very small ones of this, and let's see the angles. We are on the right side, so this needs to be okay. This needs to be about like this. Then we need a very small one like this. And then we need a very small one like that. Okay. And then we need one that goes right there. So we can kind of separate the two taillights from each other. Then we're actually going to put the first taillight in there. How do we position this properly? Like that? Maybe? No, not really. Actually, if we make this a little bit thicker. Just stop this. Just get this out of the way for now. I think we will do this differently, and instead we will just get one in here. Another one like that. And then another one right there. And then we're gonna put another, like a white one, not another white one, but a white one into the smaller section that we created earlier. Like so. And then we're gonna basically try the whole shenanigan on the second light thingy as well, on the second taillight arrangement too. This is obviously not 100% accurate, but it is pretty much as close as we can get, really. So you know, just little things. So we start off with one of these. Then it goes over there until actually pretty far. Pretty much until this. Wait, this is way out of proportion then. And anyway. I'm not gonna change the whole thing now. What I am gonna do instead is put this like, wait, how exactly do they go? They make, yeah, they go diagonally all the way. Okay, so this goes about here. Then we create another small section for the next white section of the taillight. just again a little bit bigger than on the other one. No, this was bad placement on my part. I apologize. I have to do this again. And put this here. And then one more that will go all the way until here. Oh, come on, I moved my mouse cursor just in the last possible millisecond after the game realized that I released it. Oh, yeah, before, actually, not after. So now, put the taillights in there and move on. Now we can put basically any engine into this car, because Corvettes are oftentimes modified. Actually, let's start off with straight on it, like we did before. Right here. A little bit taller, a little bit longer. And then we're gonna put another one in there. It's just gonna be a little bit smaller, obviously. More like this. And then we're gonna put another one that goes like that. And obviously we're gonna reduce it in size, like this. And put that right where it belongs, right here. This looks like a Stone Age C7, like the graphics and the graphics, you know, resulting of the current game engine are just not where they would need to be in order to make this look modern and, you know, new, which it actually is. Basically, I mean, sure, the C7 has been out for a year or two, but it's like it's still the most recent Corvette. It's still, you know, the newest, the latest Corvette. Alrighty, so this is basically it for the aesthetics of the Corvette C7. Alrighty, now we can put basically any engine in there that we want. I might try and put an actual Corvette engine in there, but first I'm gonna look at Twitch again and see what's going on. And we have 2 viewers. Nobody has ever said anything in chat, which is a little bit not what I'd like, but still. We have a red Corvette here, and we're gonna we already made it rear-wheel drive, and now we're gonna go for the engine. So, the engine, where's the engine, where's the engine? LT1 V8, is what it's called. LT1 is okay. An aluminum block in aluminum head V8 with modern push rods. The 103.25, we can set that correctly here, so it's, I'm gonna round it up, 103.3, and 92mm stroke. Okay, so it's 6268, like 6,268 cubic centimeters. Okay, and it's got a compression ratio of 11.5 to 1. I don't know anything else though, but seeing that this is the Corvette engine, it's probably got a forged steel crank. It's probably got some titanium conrod, like the previous generation Corvette, and it's probably got some forged pistons. This is the 2015 Corvette C7, which is this is the base version with the 6.2 liter naturally aspirated engine. You got a compression ratio of 11.5, so the cam profile is going to be pretty high. VVT ES, naturally aspirated. It's going to run a little bit rich, I think. It's got direct injection. Performance intake, I would suggest. Does it have a twin configuration? This is the Generation 5. Generation 5 small block or what? Yeah, GM small block. Wait, where were we? There it is. Gen 5 GM small block. This is the LT1 then. Running on regular fuel, I would guess, and probably 13 to 1 fuel mixture. Ignition time is not going to be that high, given that we have a very high compression ratio. And the red line, as far as I know, is 7,000. Could be wrong though, so please correct me if I am indeed wrong. And we get much more power than we would need. So what do? We're gonna lean it out, actually. We're gonna go for a standard intake as well. Small, like lower ignition timing. 490 horsepower still. Just a lot. This is a lot of power. Maybe we go for a lower cam profile. No, but then we would have to reduce the compression ratio as well. But it is at 11.5. Wait, it makes the peak power at 6,000 RPM, which means that the rev limit is lower. That in turn means that we probably have some lower cam profile. Something like this, probably run it richer. And then reduce this some more. Now we have 460 horsepower, but we're making it at 6,400 RPM, which is not where we should be. At 6200 now. 425, down to 425 horsepower though. We really need more than that. Performance intake gives us 5 more. What about the torque? It's at 4600 RPM. Maybe the rev limit is cut off at 6000? Could that be the case? I doubt it. And again, it could be the case. So wait, at 4600 RPM is the max torque. So let's try and achieve that. We have a little bit too much fuel usage now. Oh, how much torque is it? 624 newton meters. That tells me it's probably running a lot richer than I am running it. It may also have, no, it will not have front bus cylinder configuration. $459, 459 horsepower, 460 now, but we're knocking 461, 460. We're quite a lot lower on torque, but we're making that torque earlier, so maybe this isn't so bad. It's definitely not 100% accurate, but then again, you know, what am I gonna do? This is the best I could do, so let's move on with the trim. So the trim, we got a 7-speed manual with top speed of probably around here. We have a lot of overdrive though, so let's make 6th gear go to 300 or a little bit above, like this, and then 2nd gear goes about here. It definitely has some sort of differential, but which one? Electronic limited slip differential. Okay, it says that here. So let's fit that. What kind of tires do we have? Definitely sports ones, like that's out of the question, but what dimensions? I don't know. Let's go with the maximum that we can get. Actually, no, 305 is probably more what we're looking at. And up front, probably something like 275s. "19" rims, I would suggest. BBS rims, alloy wheel material, and then some nice vented discs. Never hurt anybody. 320s. Then a downforce on the tray, as far as I'm aware. Now we're gonna adjust the downforce a little bit later. This and a little bit of brake airflow as well. 2 seats only, with what I would consider pretty standard interior and standard infotainment, because standard infotainment in 2015 is actually quite a lot. It also has launch control, which is kind of weird with a manual gearbox, but you know, it's got it, so I think we're gonna go with standard springs and then this kind of setup, and then go for a sport preset with higher ride height, and then we get 53.3 drivability, 65.3 sportiness, a lot of fuel usage, and a 0 to 100 kilometers an hour time of 4.4 seconds. Also a quarter mile time of 12.06 seconds. Okay, this is not that bad. This is not bad at all. So what about the top speed now? Top speed is way too low actually. Making too much on the front, not enough on the rear. As far as downforce goes. Like this. Can we make both of them point upwards, please? Like this. Now we're at 301 kilometers an hour top speed. How fast does it go? I know that it will do more than 300 kilometers an hour, the base version already, which is kind of ridiculous. Where are the stats? I'm looking for the stats, please. Come on. Well, can't really find it. Can't really find how fast this thing goes. But I know that it does have very advanced aerodynamics, so I'm gonna put some quality in here. 309 seems pretty much like what it would do. 4.4 seconds still, as far as acceleration goes. .05 seconds over the quarter mile. Yeah. Okay, I'm pretty content with this. And thank you guys, the few of you who were actually watching this. Thank you for tuning in. And well, I'll do another stream soon. I will announce when. And until then, thank you for watching. Thank you for tuning in.